All right, everyone, here we go with the weekly reading. The week of May 10th through the 16th, 2026. Randomly at the bottom, I have not shuffled yet, okay, is the Eight of Pentacles. So, I don't know. I feel like it's just randomly at the bottom, but I feel like I should tell you to expect the unexpected. Something happens when you're not looking, okay? Hey, that may play out with this DM, or it might just be a message for somebody who's not paying attention. All right? So pay attention. You know, keep your scanners peeled this week, for sure. All right, let's shuffle the deck for a pre-shuffle. And I'll tell you it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. We're going to ask what actions they're going to take towards you in relation to the context we had the other day, which was very devil-fueled. Okay, let's be honest. It showed up there. It showed up everywhere. Fucking hell. I'm going to split the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. I'll put the sign names to it, but I'm not your astrologer, and this ain't your fucking horoscope. All right? This reading is timeless. I know it's a weekly reading, but I'm not a fucking time lord. I give up. I quit. I'm just gonna. Where's the delete channel button? I'm done. That's it. I can't fucking take it anymore. It's the devil. Oh, shit. Shit. I shouldn't have looked. Okay. I'm not going to give another speech on these frequencies of devil energy. We already talked about it. Watch the Friday reading. I've given you all I can. All right? I'm not a time lord. The energies just might be setting up this week. So it could play out for you next week, sometime in June. I don't know. The surface energy of this week, what actions they're going to take. All right. Oh, the devil crossed by the Five of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, my student, and the Three of Swords. You know, I almost wish Mr. T could be here and give it. It's sort of like, you know, it's sort of like Rocky 3 here. I think the DM is going to learn what pain is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like I'm psyching out people before a boxing match. You're going to learn what pain is when you come after me, right? That kind of a thing, right? They're going to learn what pain is. Somebody's going to get to see that they've been run by that little fucker sitting in the corner. Something they didn't want to see, they're going to be forced to see by angel energy. I think that's DF energy coming in through here. I think that's Empress energy coming in. All right? And they're going to get a look around at what their world actually is. Because this can create illusions, right? As to what your world actually is. You know, when you stop and you ask yourself what I said in the Friday reading, I said, ask yourself, what have I become? Even if you're fine, ask yourself that. Look back a few months. Look at what you're supporting, believing about yourself, about other people, whatever. And make sure you're okay with that. And if it's something terrifying, ask yourself why you're okay with that. You go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, you have to go further back. I think somebody's being shown, whether they want to see it or not, exactly what they've become. And that's what they're sitting in. Although they think it's got a palace there and wonderful gardens and all that kind of stuff. I think they're being educated about pain. Okay, that's what I think. That's the way it feels. We're going to clarify. We're going to go dark, deep. We're going to clarify. Randomly at the bottom is 5 wands. I don't think it's going to take you much this week. I don't think you got to do shit if you're a DF side of this cycle. Let's go. Let's see where we go here. Our story starts with Aries, position 1, ends with Pisces, position 12. What actions they're going to take, we clarify this reading. Okay? About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Never mind the sign names. I could just as easily put car names there. Doesn't matter. I'm just putting them there because my nephew says people like them. Okay? But it's really just 1 through 12. All right? You're all part of the cycle. We're all in the same room. Slice number 1. Aries. Most closely related to the pre-shuffle, by the way, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's a lot of love. I see that. That's the most love I can pull from the deck. And that already told me there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of pain. This tells me how much pain they're going to feel. All right? That's pretty wild. Let's shuffle for that. Let's go. Three of Cups. Somebody's being forced to be. I said forced. No choice. Take a look, motherfucker. Look. And she don't want to look either. You need to look. Okay? You can't not look. Right? You've been being ruled, being driven, being motivated by that. You know? I mean, and the higher vibrational people saw it the whole time. You know, the DF side saw it the whole time. Is somebody here really, 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 really feeling you? This is the flow of water. It's the Three of Cups, the flow of emotion. Somebody really getting some clarity from the surrounding energies. They can see clearly now the rain is gone, right? What's up? The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, why is that here? Because they need a juxtaposition. They need to see what they missed. Somebody figured out what they missed here. Why is that here? The King of Swords. Because they're getting some truth. It's what I said in the pre-shuffle. It makes sense. The context yesterday, what did they think it and feel? It had this devil energy. This week, and when we put it in action, when we start the film rolling, we see that they get to see it. They get to see how they're actually living, what they've actually been believing in, supporting, whatever. It's right there. They get to see it. And they see what they missed out on. They get to feel what they missed out on. And it's pain. They're learning a lesson in pain. I'm spot on here. Okay? Spot the motherfuck on. Not just a good dog name. Roof. Okay, let's go. I got to get the first one right or the whole fucking reading fucks itself. Okay, let's do it. Position 2, Taurus. What the kids like to call Taurus. I don't know. Whatever. Position 2. Knight of Wands. Yeah, this person's coming in. I saw that yesterday. I think you had an 8 of Wands, didn't you? If I'm remembering that right. Okay. I know the devil was here in Cancer. It's not going to be here this time. You know. But it might show up in the clarifiers. I don't know. Yeah, they're coming in. I mean, I don't know. It's that energy of the Knight of Wands where you're happy to see them, but they overstay their welcome quickly. Okay? All right? It's like, you know, you've been waiting, you've been wanting. Shouldn't be waiting, but you've been wanting. And they show up. I don't think they get it. I think you think this person doesn't get it. I'm drawn to the little bit of clouds around their head. They're missing some point. I think that's what you think. Those words might come out of your mouth. You're missing the point. Right on, motherfucker. Okay? Yeah, let's see where we go. Okay. It's crossed by the Six of Wands. Yeah, they're coming in. And you get a victory here. They get a victory. There's a chance for transformation. It's something you've wanted is what this is saying. The Six of Wands. What's on top? The Star. It's something you wanted. But why is that here? The Ace of Pentacles. You waited a long time for it. What's the bridge? I got to go deeper. The Seven of Cups. You're confused. They're confused. They're there, but they're there for the wrong reasons, or you think they're missing the point. Okay? It's everything I already said. I read the energy first and I throw the cards. You are a little confused, this person. I've been wanting them to come in, Steve, and then they got there and I just wanted them to leave. You know, I get you. It happens. It happens. We hype people up. Or we get disappointed when they don't get the point if we have a conflict with them, you know. You think that's why I left you? You think that's why we're not together? You know, words like that might come out of your mouth. You know, followed by, if you were me, are you a fucking idiot? Right? I mean, which, you know, again, don't be a hothead like me. I need you to be better than me. All right, here we go. 3. Position 3, Gemini. The Sun. I don't know. It's just screaming yes at me. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. It's one of the yes cards in the deck, and all it's saying is yes. Okay? I don't know what it means. I don't know why it's doing it. I have no idea. I give up. Why is it here? You know, the universe is playing hide and seek with the energy today. Yeah. Let's see where we go. Well, it is. You can see it right there. A little hide and seek, right? The Sun. There's a picture of it. I got to deal with it. I got to swim in this shit to pull these readings. Which means while I pull these readings, I got to be in this devil energy. I hate it. It's awful. I don't even understand how anybody could fall for this shit. I don't even get it. Again, I gotta say, these DMs, some of you are dealing with a super fuckwit. You gotta be some super ultra low vibration to get sucked into this nonsense that's all coming out here and what's been going on in this soulmate cycle. Disappointment. The Page of Swords. Somebody on your person's side has them convinced that they're over glorifying you, that you're this cowboy, naked cowboy on a white horse, and you're actually this barn owl. Okay? Somebody's trying to put some reality or their reality in the head of your person. Okay? All right. What's on top? The Five of Cups. To discourage. It's discouraging. It's, this horse wanted to go for a run up on the ridge. I made him feel so bad by telling you your legs are short, your hooves suck, you got one leg longer than the other three, we're not going to be able to go up on the ridge. Now, he's all sad. Not only did I say no to what I should have said yes to, that's him, right? That's how this horse thinks of himself. I made him feel like that. You see why I like tarot, right? You see why it's a great medium, right, for portraying the energy. What did I tell you? Rewind and listen to what I told you. Right? And now, here's this horse, and here's what by the time the third party gets done with your person, they feel like that. Okay? They feel stupid for thinking that you were great. Or that they were great. They may even be discouraging them. Right? Either way, it's the same horse. Believe it or not. In this context. Why is that in the world? Somebody is desperate to keep your person. Somebody is afraid if this person goes toward, I feel like this is their dad or mom. I feel like it has to be. It can't possibly be anything else. I mean, it can, of course, but I feel like, I always feel in the Gemini position, this is like a culture, I've run into this. This is like a cultural thing or something along those lines, or a spiritual belief thing. Culture is supposed to raise you up. It's supposed to give you something to believe in, make you feel a part of something. It's not supposed to restrict you. And a lot of times it's weaponized and used as a restriction of some kind. I feel like that's happening for some of you here. Okay? I feel like it is. Well, they're not one of us. What the fuck? I mean, can't we all just get along? We tried so hard in the 60s and 70s with the hippie movement and the whole, John Lennon tried, can we give peace a chance? And we just got greedier and greedier. The 80s brought it, Miami Vice era, all that kind of stuff. God, I hate that energy. I'm just going to tell you. Whatever it is, I don't like it. Somebody's desperate to keep your person in their world, and they're willing to make them feel like shit or make you look like shit to do it. And that's just shitty. Okay? That's shitty for any reason. All right, here we go. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. It's always bookending here. There's something here for everybody. Cancer's always in all signs reading in my channel because this is a Cancerian-themed soulmate cycle, and you knew it was going to be a big card. It was a big card yesterday, wasn't it? I said we couldn't get a devil again because he's already there. So we got that. It's not a devil energy. It's God's source, the universe itself. It's judgment. But it backs up this. It's everything I said. It's time, some sort of energy. God, source, the universe. That light right there is that light right there. Some sort of higher power. Okay? Can we put the hocus pocus on it? Some sort of higher power is making your person, whoever you're attached to, could be making the world too at some point, see that right there. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It can never capture you again. Okay? So keep that in mind. Pay attention to what I taught you about this devil yesterday. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. All right. So that being said, it's just a matter of getting past the Eight Swords type energy that makes you hold on to it, right? Not want to admit you were wrong. Oh, well, who cares? Be wrong. Be wrong all the time. You'll be the wisest person on earth. Never be afraid to be wrong. I love being wrong. I love it. It's one of my favorite things about learning a song by ear. I learn songs on the guitar by ear first, and then I go to the sheet music to check myself. In between there is a whole lot of learning, right? In the in-between. But I love it because I like being wrong. I learn a lot. I learn about my ear. I learned that I have trouble with hearing and distinguishing half-step intervals, which on a guitar would be one fret, a B to a C or a C to a C sharp, that kind of a thing. Again, you learn about yourself when you're wrong. Right? Somebody who is right all the time would be the unwisest person on earth. They'd be a complete moron. Anyway, let's see where we go. And probably pretty entitled. So, that right there, it's judgment time. It's time for this person, somebody attached to you, to see the light, to see that devil. It backs up what I said, to see what their life really is, to learn about pain. That backs it up perfectly. It backs up everything I've said. All of it. All right, let's go. It's crossed by the Queen of Cups, and it bookends the Queen of Cups. You see what I'm saying? The most love I can pull from the deck right there. What's on top? The Seven of Swords. It's time to see the lies. It's time to see where they've deceived themselves. Sure, they're going to try and sneaky deaky away. Yeah, they are. We always know when we're being evil, when we're being maniacal, when we're being wrong, when we're stupid. We always know the one eye open on the fox there. We always know. This energy's prying both eyes open. This is minor arcana. You're not going to sneak. This is the energy around your person. It's not going to defeat this. Why is that here? Judgment. See, what did I just say? Rewind. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. Probably because I say shit people don't want to hear. That's fine. I don't care. It's my job. That's what I do. That's what I do offline too. I've been doing it since I was 4 years old. I trigger people like a Gatling gun. All right? Which was the Civil War's nuclear weapon, right? Every time this energetic storm we're in comes around, there's a super weapon or something is used that's some sort of crazy thing. And the Civil War was the Gatling gun, just so you know. It changed everything. It changed. All of a sudden, you could fire like a whole bunch of shots. All it was crazy. Anyway, my point is, the universe is triggering this person like a fucking Gatling gun. And I will tell you what, it's proof with the judgment on top of the judgment. It's a feedback loop. All right, so it just backs up everything I said. They're not going to be able to sneak away from this. You can see here that they can't sneak away from this. That light is too bright. You can't say you didn't see that. You all saw it. It's right there. Okay? Even if that light was just a flash like that, you'd still see it. A flash from a camera, you'd still see it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you acknowledge that this energy is around you, it loses all power. It's static. It just goes away. That's it. It only has you while it has you believing it doesn't have you. All right? Somebody here attached to you is getting real. That's very important. I could end the reading right there. I'm not going to because the rest of them I think are going to be fun. But this is the top row is always a huge deal. And this is a huge deal. All of it. All of it. This pisses me off. Okay. Leo, position 5. I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy or tell you anything. I told you about the Gatling gun in the Civil War. It was, there's always some sort of it's true, there's always some sort of super weapon when this storm comes around. World War II, obviously, it was the bombs that were dropped on Japan. In the Civil War, it was the Gatling gun. It's interesting how the Gatling gun works. I think the universe here is going to rapid fire your person with messages and signs and things like that. I think it is. I don't think this is just one flash. I think it's like a flash like you see like professional photographers using when they take pictures of models, right? Where the flash just keeps going like that. I think it's going to be like that. So it's going to be a very interesting lesson for these people. Interesting. Very interesting. Leo, position 5. I may pull on that offline some more. I'm very curious about that. 5 of Wands. Leo soap opera. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. This person feels hemmed in. I don't know why. Let's see. I'm going to put it that way. They might be as usual, they're making mountains out of molehills. Anyway. The moon. Yeah. They'd like to come towards you, but they get in their head. They're not sure whether you're still available or still interested. They've reached that point. I think there's something on their side that they've settled. Okay? As I told you about that yesterday. What's on top? The Page of Wands. Yeah. Somebody's now free to do what they want to do. They've got little Lord Fuckwit, whatever toxin they're attached to, whether it's a family, a marriage, a relationship. Calm down, and off the topic of you or off the topic of whatever, they've secured themselves some additional freedom. This card reads like, well, when I was a kid, I was a child in the 80s. You know, we grew up, we were the latchkey kids. We took off on our bikes in the morning and we didn't come back. We went out and had adventures. Our parents had no idea where we were. They didn't care as long as we got home for dinner. Or when the street lights came on. My parents took it even further. They just didn't come home sometimes and didn't care. I mean, sometimes I'd roll in at like 11 o'clock at night. It didn't matter, right? We didn't get any trophies for anything, but we learned a great deal of independence. You know, we were very, very independent. Well, that's the energy I've got here. I got a latchkey kid energy here, all right? Plain and simple. Why is that here? Knight of Swords. This person feels like they've got something they want to do. They want to come towards you. They're just a little conflicted. They're afraid that they don't have enough information. However, they're right on the edge. I see that. They've secured themselves some freedom. However you want to phrase it. Right? They've suddenly become a latchkey kid. They can take off on their bike and do whatever you want. All right? But if I hear from the cops, you're going to get grounded. You know, that was sort of the rule at my house. We better not hear from the police. Okay, that's fine. You know. It's not that we didn't do anything while we were out there with our bikes, that the police did. It's just we just happened to never get caught. And when we did, the cops sometimes thought it was funny and let us go. You know. Anyway, it is what it is. Position 6. Small town cops are great. Position 6, they take themselves way less seriously than the city cops. Position 6, Virgo. Sometimes my wild card, sometimes you guys show up here. The world. It is you. Once again. I'm tired of telling. Something about your immediate environment is about to change rather rapidly. I'm not going to say you wake up one morning, you go outside, and all of a sudden all the trees are gone, and all of a sudden, you know, I mean, I don't know, you live in the city, and all of a sudden it's farmland, as far as the eye can see, or you live on a farm, and all of a sudden you open the door and it's the city. But I am going to say I think someone's leaving your environment. I don't think you see it as good, but I think it's for the greater good. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where we go. I think, because I'm drawing, I see it, right? 8 of Cups, crossing it. What did I just say? Rewind. 8 of Cups, right? Something is leaving your environment. I was going to say I'm drawn to this haircut. This girl, she had long blonde hair. She didn't tell the hairstylist to cut it fucking short like that. I don't want the boy cut. What the fuck, right? She doesn't like it when she left the salon, but it ends up being for the greater good, right? It turns out the guys she likes like that kind of haircut. So she ends up getting banged a lot more. That's just how I read the energy. That's just how it reflects. That's how I know I don't think you like this change, this person leaving, this thing leaving your environment, whatever it is. The business you work for closing up. I don't think you like it. But it's actually for your greater good. You don't like it any more than she liked that haircut when she walked out of that salon. But it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to her. Okay? Just catch my drift here, all right? What's on top? A 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're very resistant to this. Stop it. Why is that in the moon? Yeah, you're afraid of the change that this brings. The bridge is the 5 of Swords. You get in your way. You're getting in your own way here. Just accept the haircut. All right? It is what it is. Either buy a wig or shut up. All right? Just give it a chance is what I can tell you. Give it a chance. All right? The energy you're moving, you're sabotaging your own success by putting up a wall and being worried. Worry is wasted energy. Just flow with it. All right, whatever it is. Libra, position 7, 10 Swords. Ouch, 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 ouch. I don't remember what you got yesterday. It doesn't really matter. a relationship with you and somebody else is about to change. Okay? I don't know if it's from one. It's the end of the beginning energy. Okay? You think it might be the end, but it's actually just the end of the beginning between you and somebody else. But this could also be an entity, like a business. I don't mean like a ghost. I mean like a business entity, sort of a thing. It could also be that too. I'm about to end, for example, I'm about to have an ending with Spectrum Internet. We're having a bit of a problem, right? There you go. We about to be 10 swords very fucking soon. All right, let's see where we go. But it's actually for the greater good, because I'll be going to something much faster and I can get your readings online a little better. They seem to think I don't need upload speeds. I do. I don't give a fuck about download speeds. What do I fucking care? Right? I need fast upload, motherfuckers. All right. 4 of Swords. Something that hadn't been healed is about to get healed. Okay? What's on top? 10 Cups. Why is that here? The Ace of Reconciliation. What I said! I'd use the cards to check my energy read. I read the energy first. It's for the greater good. It's good. It's a happy day. It's a reconciliation energy with a soulmate. You're about to reconcile with a soulmate. Or your connection's about to go into a new phase. It's a very good phase. You're about to go to a very good place with a soulmate. And I suspect the place you've been, never mind the 10 swords, just look at the background. You know, the environment hasn't been that great. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look that great. All right? That's what I'm saying. All right, Scorpio, position 8. Ace of Cups. You got some kind of new lease on life here. And it's making somebody very interested in you. Somebody very interested in you. Somebody's going to try to win you over because they feel like they're about to lose you. I don't remember what you got yesterday, but I feel like somebody's worried they're going to lose you. So they're pulling out all the stops, right? They got the champagne flow. I mean, I don't know. They're pulling out all, I feel like somebody wants a new beginning in love with you. It's almost like the energy as well of somebody feels like they're going to lose you, so they ask you to marry them. It feels like it's a bad move. You know what I'm saying? You know, if the relationship isn't good, getting married isn't going to make it better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not really going to help you too much. You know what? We're not getting along. Let's move in together, right? Ooh, life experience kicking in here. No. All right, how about that? Ace of Cups. Why is it here? I don't know. Well, however it plays out, I wish I remembered. I didn't write down any of the ones from yesterday. I just didn't bother. I was just so taken. I was so annoyed with that devil energy, and I'm so annoyed with people for falling for it. It's just crazy, you know, because it's such a stupid energy, such a low vibration. It's lower than 19 hertz. So I mean, how the fuck? How can you even? You know, Ace of Cups. Why is it here? 4 of Wands. What did I say? I just joked about it, didn't I? Didn't I just joke about it? I'm drawn to the blue, the throat chakra. And it goes from light blue to deep blue. So somebody's afraid they're going to lose you, so they're doubling down on crazy. Let's get married. Wait a second. I just said I don't think we're getting along well. Well, let's get married. That'll fix it. What? And what planet are you living on? Somebody wants a happy new beginning with you. Somebody does not want to lose you. But I feel like, what's on top? Yeah, snake in the grass. There's a Knight of Wands. Somebody's moving too fast. They're moving too fast. They're acting too quickly. They're making rash decisions. Why is that here? Justice. Again. Somebody wants to secure you, strap you down. Somebody wants to get an agreement with you and kind of in place. Okay? And I just feel like they're missing the point. All right? The Queen of Wands, superficial energy. They're missing the point. Or they have a motive. It is possible. I picked up snake in the grass energy here. I don't know. Maybe you're moving on up. Maybe you're having a spiritual awakening. You know, there's nothing better than going on a spiritual journey to find out who's on your side and who isn't, right? You know, if somebody offers you a bribe, you know, to not go on a spiritual journey, I mean, you know, it's that kind of a thing. Hey, let's get married. Hey, let's this, whatever. They want to secure. They want to get an agreement in place. It seems a little rushed. If anything, whether it's business or personal, If somebody seems a little too antsy, a little too urgent to get you to sign on the dotted line, be careful, all right? Lay back on that in this energy. Because again, the devil's in play, all right? And it likes to see you fail. All right, that being said, does not want to see you succeed, that's for sure. Not those frequencies, like I said in the Friday reading. Sagittarius, my Sexitarians, position 9, sometimes separate from the cycle, sometimes part of it. Yesterday it was pretty simple, I think. I don't remember what I said, but I remember it wasn't a pain in my ass, because otherwise I'd remember it. All I remember from yesterday was the devil, and he's back with that. And somebody learning a lesson on pain. I don't know, well, can I ask who? Oh, we never did ask who, did we? Who's learning a lesson on pain? Oh, by the way, there's an emperor there. Yeah, Steve, he's my second favorite. Yeah, fuck off. All right, the Two of Pentacles. Where do we go here? Two of Pentacles. Fuck my ass. It's the Death card. Somebody can't hold their shit. It is a little bit, it's like, I gotta go right now. Somebody can't hold their shit. Somebody is antsy. It's frustration. Is that what I told you yesterday? Is somebody jumping the gun? Did I say something along those lines? I don't know. But I feel like, but the fact that I don't know should tell you the accuracy of this read. Because it's the same fucking thing. It's frustration, right? I always tell you that with this card, or I often do. You know, you could see the heat. I like the depiction in this Witches. Somebody can't hold their shit. They're about to, they think something's going too slow with you. All right? And they're about to, I think what actions they're going to take, I feel like with the Death card, they're about to present you with an ultimatum. Okay? An ultimatum. What's on top? The Knight of Pentacles. Somebody feels, what did I just say? Rewind. I'm just using the cards to check my energy read. Somebody feels like things are going too slow. It's a Knight of Pentacles. Could be, the Knight of Pentacles could always be going faster. Okay? Yeah, they're about to provide you with an ultimatum. The Page of Swords, they're very disappointed. The Seven of Pentacles. Somebody feels like it's now or never. Okay? I'll just paraphrase it. And they're about to say that. Look, we either do it now or never. Whether it's bang, if you've only gone on a couple of dates with them, or a business deal, let's release the product now. Yeah, but we haven't tested it. It's a car that drives itself and flies. We haven't tested it yet. Whatever. Just put it out there quickly, right? No. You need to be the one to say no here. All right? Don't be pushed into something, business or personal. All right. Capricorn, position 10. Queen of Pentacles. It's your energy attached to that, whether you're male or female. Somebody's coming to you. I think somebody rather fancies you. Can I use that phrase? All right. Somebody fancies you. All right. But take one from the playbook of the English side of my family. All right? My mother's side of the family. Somebody fancies you here a little bit. But I feel like I should put a but in here. I do. I feel like I should, but no, I don't know. Two of Cups. You gotta. Are you the one I told you have like a crush or something? Did I say that? Yeah, I think I did. I think you have to be. This has to be. This is adorable. This is fucking adorable. Okay? It is. It's fucking adorable. You know, somebody's coming towards you. They're not moving real fast. It's the third slowest energy. It's the Six of Swords. But two soulmates are coming together. Slow speed, medium speed, slow speed. All right. What's on top? This is often a canoe, right? Kind of a thing. It's you know. What's on top? Nine of Pentacles. Why is that here? The Two of Pentacles. Somebody can't hold on to their feelings any longer. They've held on to them for a long time. It's probably generated some heat, some frustration, right? A better picture of it here. So they're coming. They're coming in. They want to liberate themselves from these feelings. All right. I'm going to tell you something because I'm going to pull the bridging energy and I already took a peek at it. You guys are soulmates. But you are, whoever this person is, I don't think you know they like you. I don't think you've met them yet. And I'm not a Time Lord. The energies are just setting up this week, I think. But you too are my favorite connection in the tarot. You're the Queen of Pentacles. They're the King of Pentacles. This is a very good energy. I feel like I need to say a but, because usually it's less passion. It's more of a practical, good connection. It's a smooth connection. If you're at all, I know this person isn't, but if you're at all someone who needs drama in their life, or you rather foolishly believe that because we fight, it means we love each other, which is just fucking bollocks. It's complete bullshit. Fine. You're going to miss out on something really great. This might be showing up for some of you when you're too immature to deal with it, is what I'm saying. This might be future influence for you. So keep in mind, if you're not quite the Queen of Pentacles yet, this connection will come later down the road, but the energies are setting up right now. You will meet your King of Pentacles when you become the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you already are, and this person's showing up. Keep in mind, there might not be a lot of heat. You might be sitting in your throne in the woods completely dry, if you catch my drift, But it's not that you're not attracted to them. It's just you don't feel like you want to rip their clothes off, kind of a thing. But it is a beautiful, smooth connection. It's someone you could grow old with this person. It is very nice. All right. I don't think they've revealed their feelings to you yet. I don't think you even know who it is. Feels like a secret crush, kind of a thing. Aquarius, position 11. All right. It's beautiful. It's nice to see that, because we've been dealing with this devil energy crap all over the fucking place in the Friday reading and here and all the other readings. I'm sick and tired of it. I need energies to smarten up. That's why I'm trying to teach people about that fucking devil energy. Because if you can see it, if you can just spot it, it can't get you again. Right? All right. Aquarius, position 11. Sometimes my other wild card spots, sometimes not. It could be more about this. I don't know. 10 Pentacles. No, I've got to get you into my life. Ringing in my head. I think it's a Beatles song. Could be just Paul McCartney. I don't know. I don't know what Wings did, what the Beatles did the old days. I have no idea. It's before my time. But I do know somebody has got to get you into their life. Somebody wants you in this picture. I believe they make a move towards you to get you in this picture. Right here. In that picture right here. I believe they do. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's the goat with its feet on fire. It's the devil. Yeah, I think they make a move. The environmental energy, it's a soul contract energy. It's, we got to see what's underneath it. Yeah, they do. They've got to, what did I say? It's kind of an obsession energy. Can we phrase it that way? It's okay. It's fine with the Three of Pentacles underneath it. Somebody has got to get you. So think about the song. Let's say it's the Beatles. It probably is. Got to get you into my life. Think about the desperation in that. The obsession in that. It sounds a little, do I need to call the police? Seriously? Not the band. The actual ones with badges here. Because somebody, got to get you into my life. It's like Teddy Pendergrass, right? You got what I need. Holy shit, dude. Calm the fuck down. All right, it's a bit of that. It's obsessed. What's on top? Knight of Cups. Here they come. Look, I ain't fucking playing with you. We're not looking. What else? Three of Swords. You might say, you're going to say no. I believe you will. It's Temperance. Yeah. The angel. You're the angel energy here. I think you say no. I don't think you, I think you're exactly where I am. I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. I think you think it's they're a little too anxious. They're a little too whatever. They're like sweating. You want to go out? Can we go out? You want to go out with me? And they're like sweating and their eyes are shifty and looking around all over the place. Something feels off here to you. Okay? Be kind. Okay, be kind. Don't drive the Three Swords in too much, but I don't think you're interested in this particular person. I think it's got to get you into my life. It feels a little too much for you. All right? Okay. Right here at the Pisces, the position 12, always red with 1 and 5. What do we get? Three of Cups. Somebody's going to open up to you. It's a celebration energy. Something good happens to someone attached to you, and it might cause them to say too much. You know how sometimes something really good happens and you get really excited and you just start talking and you say shit. You know, I really love you. I do. I think you're terrific. You know, like that kind of. It's that. Okay, so somebody's got something to celebrate. They got a promotion, right? I don't know. Whatever it is. And I think they just, in their excitement, they reveal too much to you. It gets a little awkward. Can I say awkward? It gets a little awkward. Okay? A little bit. For you. I think you feel a little awkward by what they have to say. I don't have any evidence of that yet, but I might. Sooner rather than later. Yeah. It's caused by the Five of Wands. Again, the environmental, it puts you in your head, what should I do here? What should I do here? You know, it's almost like somebody sets it up where you almost feel like they're trying to get you to hug them or kiss them, but you don't really want to. I don't know what to do. Right, what's on top? The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, something happened. Why is the Three of Cups here? The Ten of Pentacles. Something happened to change someone's life. Something went really good for them. And now they're off on a new journey and they'd like to take you with them. I suspect this all ties to this. And I suspect you're not interested, just like it was over here. It feels a little bit more, got to get you into my life. Do you want to go out? And they're sweating and shifty-eyed, and you're just like, no, I can't. Over here, it's just awkward. Something's gone very well for somebody, and they just feel like they're just spilling their guts to you a little bit. Maybe they even ask you to marry them. It's possible with the Hierophant there. Okay. Somebody's feeling a little too whatever, and they're saying too much emotional stuff, and it's getting awkward. You know, you just feel a little off about it. Okay, all right. 3 cards and a bottom card. Add it all up. So be careful of that. The energies feel like they're just setting up here, especially because of I've got that. It takes people some time to see that and really feel that, right? And learn about pain, especially this fucker who thinks that all this stuff matters more than these two out here having fun. All this stuff is shit. It doesn't matter. It's a bunch of junk. Every time my wife and I move, I always think we should just get a dumpster and throw all this shit out and just buy all new stuff when we get there. We should literally get no moving truck, no nothing. Just a parrot and some guitars in the back of a car. We show up at the new place and we just buy what we need when we get there. That's it. You know, because it's just so much shit, so much junk piles up over the years. That's where these emperors are. We got suits of armor. I'm guarding myself from whatever. They're going to learn a lesson about pain here. And with the fact, I mean, it's a tough lesson to learn. I know, but they're going to learn it. They're going to learn that all that stuff doesn't mean anything. All the things they used to hold dear, all the things they used to believe, we're actually holding them back in some way or making them maniacal in some way. And when I say maniacal in the soulmate cycle, I mean actually hurting somebody that really loved them, you know? It's painful for me sometimes to pull these readings. I make jokes, but I do that to lighten the energy. The reality is there's a pain lesson coming for the DM side of the soulmate cycle. There are consequences for fucking with energies the way that they've been fucked with. Whether it's societal or the soulmate cycle, there are consequences. And I think it's about time. Let's see where we go. Three of Pentacles underneath here. Crossing the center card I'm going to pull. Queen of Pentacles, the Star, and the Knight of Pentacles. What's underneath there? The most love I could pull from the deck, the Queen of Cups. This is more a message for you. There you are, right there. Okay, I want you to be careful. The DF side, if you are this energy, if you are, you will already have evidence by now that this is happening. If it's not happening yet, it will when this energy gets around you. Be careful what you wish for. It's a message to you. It's not about what's adding all this up. This is tough to add up. What's it add up to? Guerrilla math. Until somebody sees that. All right, and takes a look and learns this lesson. But for you, you're a powerful manifester right now. And I think I told you this in a recent reading, didn't I? I believe it did. It may have been an extended. Be careful what you wish for. All right? Take your time when you're manifesting. Put together something, an idea first, just in your brain without feelings. And then put it out there. In other words, script it. It's the way a script works, right? We don't just go in, well, we got an idea for a TV show. Just go ahead and whatever you guys want to do, right? Somebody writes a script, and then the actors follow the script. You need to take your time, script out exactly what you want with just thought, no emotions, just thought, just words on a piece of paper, for example. And then put it out there following that script, following that thought with feeling. And that'll make sure you don't end up with egg in your face, so to speak. Just be careful. It's a warning. That's all it is. But you can, if you want it, you can have it. You can really have a solid new beginning. You should be focusing on solid new beginnings. Whatever area in your life you think that is, work, love, it doesn't matter. Whatever area in life you think you need a solid new beginning, focus on that. But just think about it before you put it out there with your soul, with emotion. You're safe in thinking. There's this notion going around. Some people say what you think about, you bring about. That's complete nonsense. The universe the energy around us doesn't care about our thoughts. Our thoughts dissipate. They're like CB radios. They don't go, walkie or cheap walkie-talkies. They don't go anywhere. You got to put feeling with the thought if you want it to go anywhere. That's your transmitter. So if you just think about it, without any real feeling or emotion attached to it, if you could detach from that, usually in a state of meditation, it's a good way to do it. You could script your manifesting and use this powerful time, once this energy gets around you, to your advantage, okay? To your great advantage, actually, all right? Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But when you do put your manifestation out there, feel it. All right? You don't even have to, just feel it. Imagine yourself living it and how you would feel living that new beginning. And feel it the way a singer feels when they're ripping out their number one love song. Just put it out there with your guts, with pure soul. All right? And then leave it alone. Create a void. Nature abhors a vacuum. It'll fill it. Think of manifesting as a crock pot. You put the shit in, you put the lid on, you set it, and forget it. Walk away, go about your day. Okay? That's it. Or your life in general. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.